Okay, good. Good, I've got you guys online. We need... Okay, wait. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. We follow protocol here. We follow protocol here. Hey there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. And welcome to another field mission with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director and Head Containment Specialist at Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. And as team lead, the buck stops with me in scenarios like this. Hold on, we're not there yet. As I have done for the last nearly 9 months and counting, the daily streak remains strong. I am here for a short time today to answer your questions about the inner workings of this dark and horrible sometimes place to work we call the SCP Foundation. And so if you've got questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who try to help stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures for anomalies that fall outside of our purview, perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom, we are here for the next 30 minutes to an hour to keep the streak going. Now, housekeeping really quick. A raise. Congratulations on being most punctual chatter. Thank you for being here exceptionally punctually. Alongside you, Chester Factory, Legendary Doge, Amber, Dr. Golden, Senior Researcher Alex, Amber, Silent Follower, Haunted Researcher, Anna Carson, Titanborn, Yellow, long time no see, good to see you in the chat, Aoki, everyone who I've just named, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being members of Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Furthermore, also to you, Dr. Austin and Scarlett, since you showed up right then. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being members. And then Tarleton Fox, Zip Dandy, Avari, Kiryu, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Luna Violet. All of you, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here just for being you today. Okay. Site 42 staff, I'm at a loss both in the mission and just overall. I'm going to be talking to the on-site therapist for days after I get back. So, all right. By the way, I answer super chats and stuff after the subject that I'm about to talk about. Because I'm in the field, I don't have any back channels, so I can't talk to desk in the back. I can only see super chats that are $5 or more without going to a special menu, so if I miss yours for a minute, I will get to it. I cannot see Ko-Fis in the field. Just to keep track of that, I will get to your supers along the way, but stream subject. Yesterday, I came out of that spatial anomaly with intel. And I was supposed to meet up with a local team in order to locate Mobile Task Force, I think they're Lathe 237, codenamed the Green Thumbs. And so I needed to find out where to get them, and I needed to meet some troops here. And in a freak accident, Containment Area 57 hasn't told me shit about how this happened, by the way. This is as much on their ass. There was an activation of SCP-2617 on site. If you are unfamiliar, SCP-2617 is a radio satellite in Russia. And what the satellite does, it's hooked up to like the brain of this Russian, Polish dude, I don't know. But every time the satellite is activated, wherever the coordinates are in the data that it's hooked up to, it spawns Russian soldiers completely composed out of ice, and they have ice weapons. Their guns, they work anomalously, despite the fact that they are literally made of ice. There's no fire, gunpowder. There's no logical reason they should fire. Anyways, if these Russian ice soldiers come up in a place where there's civilians, in a place where, to quote the database entry, they do not sense someone who wants to invade Russia, then they just start walking toward Russia. They just start walking there, like they'll walk through the ocean. I don't understand the logic behind it, but they do what they do. That's the problem with anomalies. We can't really understand them fully. But if they encounter someone who was, quote, going to invade Russia, then these Russian ice soldiers immediately flip to kill mode. And these SCPs will just obliterate anybody around. Now, you can't destroy them. They are made of ice, but you probably need to know that they're coming. Now, the fact that someone broadcasts a signal to the team I'm trying to find right now is suspicious as hell. But they were caught by surprise. They were in the barracks. They were playing cards. And these ice sons of bitches gutted them. I've got a cleanup crew en route, but fuck these ice sons of bitches and whoever sent them after us. That's what I have to say today. Fuck. So, I'm here until the cleanup crew gets here. Somewhere in the next 20 to 45, 50 minutes is what they gave me in ATA, so. Damn, you've been losing it since I last saw you. Well, intern gone. I've been in a bit of a bad situation. They would be made of ice this week. Researcher Amber, I have no idea what you're talking about. If there's any sort of event that's happening this week, I'm completely out of the loop. And just fuck ice soldiers of all kinds. That is my situation here with the SCP Foundation, which is a completely fictional thing that the people don't know about. And that's completely, yes. You'd think cleanup crews would be better at speedy arriving. Titanborn, obviously there was no one here to call them. And so, you know, the localized teams are around. Okay, I saw a super chat come in. Let me get to those real quick so I don't miss them. And then we'll go into the standard Q&A while I wait here. At least I can benefit you guys with a briefing in the meantime. Please chat function so I can, there we go, I can see what's going on. Lava Tiger, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some Cheez-Its on your way past the commissary. Do we know the iPod's origin? If not, what are the working theories? Lava Tiger, I would do a little database research. I can't do that right now because I'm in the field, but if you go to the database and you go to Series 1, because the iPods are SCP-131, but instead of going down to 131, First, at the top of the page, you're going to see Series 1 Tails Edition. And you'll be able to go into that Tails Edition version of the Series 1 page, and it'll show SCP 131 and all of the tales written about it. And so that would be your source of database canon entries on if there is an origin for 131. So that is your research to do in the meantime. Yellow, thank you for your 2-month member message as a level 1 researcher. We appreciate your membership and your service. Sorry I missed the streams the past weeks. Hey man, everyone's got shit going on, bro. As long as you're still working for the good of the Foundation, you are good in my book. Dr. Golden, thank you for your 1-month member message as level 1 researcher. We appreciate your membership and your service. Someone filled your office with bananas. Well, on a day like this, on a day not like this, I might find that mildly more amusing. They didn't use the banana pill by Datto, right? I forget the designation, but as long as it wasn't the banana pill by Datto, because that's going to be a much bigger problem than just my office. Dr. Austin, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a cinnamon mocha on your way past the commissary. It's going to be a long night. Dr. Sherman, would you consider the boiled one for the animated analog horror series The Boiled One Phenomenon an SCP? Dr. Austin Vell, the same answer I give for all non-SCP fictional entities. It is anomalous, but it is not an SCP because you cannot take the SCP, you cannot take something from outside SCP and make it an SCP. That is considered copyright fraud. So, pardon. So, it's anomalous, which could classify it as an SCP, but because it's not on the SCP database, nor is it an SCP article, that's 2 out of 3, not an SCP. But it is quite anomalous, yes. And if it were in the SCP universe, we would certainly be trying to contain it. A. Rays, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member, and congratulations again on being first chatter. Grab yourself some banana pudding on your way past the commissary. Do you think it was done on purpose? Could the Foundation have been infiltrated? I mean, who else could get close to SCP-2617? Containment Area 57, which contains that anomaly, is locked the fuck down, and there are direct orders not to spawn any of those ice bastards. So the question is, who went in there and activated the satellite signal, which causes the ice soldiers to manifest? And why on our turf? I mean, I know there are some people in the Foundation who have tried to use those ice soldiers as invasion forces. If we find a Chaos Insurgency base, we could literally spawn soldiers in their base. And as long as the Chaos Insurgency has interests in Russia, that would be chaos for them. Chaos Insurgency, chaos, yes, I get it. It was probably the Chaos Insurgency. I mean, it could be Dr. Austin Vell, because they are the type to have subterfuge within our ranks and to cause chaos among our teams. But the question becomes, how did they know what's going on? Why did they target this team in particular? I mean, we're a pretty far away from Russia, wouldn't you think? I want agents looking into Containment Area 57. I need to know who did it and why. I would like to interrogate them personally, if we can have them brought here. Sonic the Hedgehog, thank you for donating for the first time today. Grab yourself a chili dog on your way past the commissary. I'm not Euclid, I'm a good guy. Containment class has nothing to do with morality or danger. If you are anomalous, you are, in fact, Euclid, or I would imagine Sonic the Hedgehog is fairly Keter. I do believe that anomaly is actually a lot more hard to contain than that. I have been ruthlessly attacked by SCP-999. Well, I'm happy for your little tickle fight. For my superhero tail, I went with the name Speed Blitz for 5886. Gonna make him, it's still an it. As much as I like Jim, seems like a nice enough kid, still an it. Gonna make it a football fan whose costume takes on Dolphins colors under the effects of Super Captain Man. Okay. Okay, Miami. Thank you. I needed a laugh. What are you doing in the field? Well, so far I've gotten here, had to go through the infinite IKEA, came out in a different liminal space abandoned mall, and now the team I'm supposed to meet up with is dead. So I guess the answer is not doing well. Well, Intern Hazard, happy birthday to you. Congratulations on your new year of life. Bro, your hair slays, Dr. Sherman. Well, thank you very much. And hello, everybody who has just come into stream. I see a lot of what's happened. Let me catch you up. No, Alonzo, this is not the Green Thumbs. The Green Thumbs are not who we lost today. I was supposed to meet these guys to get coordinates to meet up with the Green Thumbs. This is the local stationary team, whereas the Green Thumbs are the local mobile task force, so they move around. So you've got to meet up with the LSTF to get coordinates to meet up with the LMTF. But the local stationary task force has been completely obliterated. Some idiot or traitorous bastard or something activated SCP-2617, which spawned a bunch of soldiers made of ice during their off time. They couldn't get to their weapons in time. They were completely routed. Cleanup crews on the way, but fuck ice people, man. Yeah, these 2617s, they are Russian soldiers made of ice. They carry ice weapons, ice guns, which somehow function despite the fact they don't have any gunpowder or anything. So the physics doesn't make any sense, but that's the case with many anomalies. But those ice sons of bitches got them. Chris Adar Wolfboy, thank you for your 7-month member message as a mobile task force captain here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. I think it was the Joker from DC. Joker is all about proving it takes one bad day to go insane. I don't know how the Joker would do that, though. You think the Joker from DC Comics somehow infiltrated Containment Area 57 and activated SCP-2617 to kill these troops? Why? I'm not Batman. I don't know why the Junker would want to come after me specifically. I don't see it. I don't see it. Dr. Austinville, thank you for donating again to say, Dr. Sherman, do you need Site 95's help with 2617? Dr. Austin, remind me where Site 95 is. Is it in Russia? Is it close to Containment Area 57? Because if so, then yeah. If you're local, then yeah, maybe you can get some information for me. Yellow, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a meatloaf on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, I was going through the old catalog of videos and noticed there's a Global Occult Coalition member who looks an awful lot like you. Do you have a brother we don't know about, or is it possible there's a clone of you working for the GOC? I highly doubt it's a clone, But you got to remember, we're used to the multiverse and pataphysical narrative levels, i.e. there is no canon to our universe. And so I would not be shocked if there is some other universe where I ended up working for the UN for some reason. I think Stream got invaded one time by a crossover with the iteration of me from the Shark Punching Center a few months back. So that's the situation we're looking at. It's not a clone. It's probably not a clone. I mean, there could be a clone at this point. What else could go wrong? When he stops yapping, it looks like he's finna scold me for leaving a cup on the counter. Well, did you? A messy site is a site with containment breaches. Clean up your mess. Sonic the Hedgehog, thank you for donating again to say, paired with a pale crying guy, he went nuts. Well, first of all, that is, I mean, is it SCP-096 or is it just a staff member who is both pale and crying? Because in that case, you can call that person a he. I mean, we wouldn't partner you with an anomaly because putting two Keter anomalies next to each other is not a great idea. So probably you're just talking about a staff member. And in that case, yeah, I don't know what his deal is. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a thing of fajitas on your way past the commissary. Joker offered to kill Superman for Lex Luthor for money. Could have offered to get rid of you for whoever took over Steve a while back. You think this is related to the Steve's incident? I mean, that did involve both the Chaos Insurgency and GRU Division P, which is the Russian version of the SCP Foundation, if you don't know. I mean, that is a hell of a coincidence. And if the GRU Division P would be localized to Russia, the remnants of them, they are defunct mostly, but they're... No, that's crazy. I mean, follow the lead, see what you find, but no. Who is Dr. Gears within SCP? Well, Dr. Gears has had many roles within the Foundation in the past. Honestly, I don't know what the guy's doing now. He's very high up in the group, and he's always jet-setting off here or there. I mean, by now, he could be an overseer for all I know. But we do have a Dr. Gears Declassified video here on the channel if you want a breakdown of Dr. Gears' history. For all of the people who are showing up into the stream and ask what happened because they're seeing the title fresh now. The team I was supposed to meet up with, the local stationary task force that I was supposed to meet up with in order to get coordinates to meet with LMTF 237 Lathe, the Green Thumbs, they were routed before I got here. The LSTF was ambushed by iterations of SCP-2617, which are targeted manifestations of Russian soldiers made out of ice with ice weapons. The LSTF was playing cards, they were in the barracks, they were chilling, they were drinking, and the ice soldiers manifested out of nowhere and obliterated them. Fucking ice, man. Fucking ice people. Fuck these ice soldiers, that's all I have to say. Sonic the Hedgehog, thank you for donating again to say, he's pretty skinny, And he's attacking me for staring at his face. Kind of went super and sent him to the moon. Will that stop him? So A, okay, so if you are talking about SCP-096, then no, that won't stop it. It's got strong squat booty legs from leg day. It can jump all the way back to Earth. However, you are much faster than 096's maximum speed, so you personally should be safe, but you're going to be running away from it the same way all of us run from the immortal snail assassin. Refreshing the chat so I can make sure I'm not missing anything. Tiberius Sherman. Ah, yes, that, you're right, Intern Hazard. That's the name of my shark punching center variant. Please watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It's really good. Well, I've watched 3 or 4 episodes of that, I believe. I need to get back into it. Dr. Sherman, what are your thoughts on the Grand Karcist Ion? Well, I'm annoyed by any anomalous religion, especially when they are making freaking flesh creatures. But furthermore, I was just talking to an agent about Ion because a friend of the channel, Exploring Series, did a video on Rounderhouse's Black Adetum, which is relating to the Grand Karcist. Site 60. Go back in stream about 5 minutes max, and I've explained the stream subject again recently. Hello, I have a question. How did the SCP Foundation find SCP-096? You know, intern local, I'm not exactly sure. I've never seen an origin on the database. There's some people who claim that it's related to some other SCP in the mountains, but the man on the mountain, but I have not confirmed that myself. I haven't seen a canon source for that. Hey, Dr. Sherman, I dressed up a Class D as a Chaos Insurgent member for a drill, and the 1507s pecked him to death within the first few minutes. The attack seemed personal somehow. Well, I mean, 1609, the chair still attacks Global Occult Coalition members on site, so perhaps there's a grudge we don't know about. Dr. Golden, thank you for donating again to say, what era are the soldiers from? Imperial Russia, Soviet Russia, modern Russia? Also, I stole all the coffee from Site 42. Well, glad I'm not on site to fuel that, deal with that hassle. I believe they are from Imperial Russia. I think there were mentions of the Tsar, but you'll have to check the database entry for 2617 yourself, because I only got a glance at it while I was trying to figure out what happened to my men and women, soldiers. I see here, Yellow, thank you for donating again to say, are there any tabletop RPG related SCPs? If not, I have an idea for one. That's a character sheet that changes your physiology based on how you fill it out. So the only tabletop RPG I know about as an SCP is going to be SCP, I believe it's 7006, codename Initiative. I know the codename is Initiative. I don't know if the number is 7006. If someone in the chat can confirm that for me, since I don't have access to the database right now. Why are you there? Intern Liamer, I am waiting for the cleanup crew to clean up the remains of my local stationary task force. Sorry. No, it's not you. It was fucking ICE, guys. Fucking... My local stationary task force I was supposed to meet up with was targeted by ICE soldiers from SCP-2617. And their weaponry and their stuff, They ambushed our troops. They weren't able to. Yep, initiative is 7006. Thank you for the confirmation, intern Mistborn, or researcher Mistborn. Doc, I found the remnants of a check in 57. Recipient unknown due to damage, but Marshall Carter and Dark labeled as the benefactors. Well, this is getting to be a confusing web of subterfuge. So was it not the CI and the GRUP? Or the CI and the GRUP in cahoots with MC&D? How many lettered organizations do I have to bring in here? Does ORIA gonna show up too? I mean, it's always been us against the world, but we're the only ones who can do it, and that's why we die in the dark, so they can live in the light, even in their ignorance of that we're doing the right thing. A raise. Thank you for donating again to say, could this be tied to the orange menace that's in office? I swear, if SCP-5004-B has anything to do with this, anything to do with this, any cahoots with GRU Division P through the UIU, through Pentagram, going over to GRU Division P through them, involving, let's just say there will be enough negative energy from me to blow the fucking Capitol up myself. Old Gorman, that demon underneath the building, will magically suck up all the evil energy just from me, and will boom. But I'm not going anywhere near Old Gorman, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Are these ice soldiers an analogy for the current state of America? Dr. Frogman, I don't know what's going on. I've been in the field inside and outside of spatial anomalies. If there's something going on in the United States of America politically that I'm not familiar with, I do not know about it. All I know is fuck those ice soldiers that fucked up my boys over here. That's all I know. Why is the room pitch black right now? Well, I'm in a parking lot. I'm waiting for the cleanup crew to come to pick up the remains. At which point, I'm going to fucking bed. Site 42 staff, I'm going to tell you we have about 15 minutes left on stream. It looks like the GPS says they're 15 minutes away. Do you clone D-Class? Intern Owens, that is one way that D-Class are acquired in certain multiverses with the technology to do so. However, my universe does it the old-fashioned way. Picking up death row inmates and homeless people and the children of war who are left orphaned, the war orphans, otherwise known as warphans. That's where we get our D-Class in my universe. Rip to those guys indeed, Dr. Frogman. Rip to those guys indeed. Make sure to pour one out for your homies at your earliest convenience. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again to say, could be worse. It could have been absolute Mr. Freeze that attacked you. The worst ice guy of all. Man, fucking, what's with fucking ice these days, man? Fucking worst. SCP-267. I swear we should dismantle it. We should dismantle The thing generating all this ice. That's what we should do. Dismantle the ice soldier generation machine. When will you be streaming next? Intern Jace, we stream every single day. The streak has been going on for almost 9 months, but we never know what time stream is going to be. It's basically anytime I have a quiet moment in between activities out here to brief you guys. I wish there were better activities, but make sure you hit your notification bell so you know when we go live. And if the notification bell can be a little finicky sometimes, go to the Site42 Discord server if you are 18 or older. And there is a YouTube live alert that I ping every time we start stream. That's a little more reliable. But you have to be 18 or up to join the Discord, just like you have to be 18 or up to join the SCP Wiki proper. There's a lot of graphic violence and sexuality on the SCP database, so only adults are welcome. I just want to say that no justification can be given on shooting anyone in the head 3 times. This is fucked up. You are exactly right, Roman. You can't justify that at all. Hands down. Not in the slightest. So, yeah. Fuck these ICE bastards for demolishing my local stationary task force that I was supposed to meet up with. And dismantle ICE generation machine, please. I'm going to submit that request as soon as I get back to base. What's the Discord? Please tell me. I would love to join. Intern Danya. It is required to join the Site42 Discord server that there is an Easter egg hunt. You have to find the link. Now, the link is in a pretty obvious place, and I always give a hint to where that pretty obvious place is during the outro of every stream. And since the outro is in about 8 minutes, once the cleaning crew gets here, in 8 minutes, I will tell you a hint on where to find the Discord server. Remember, you have to be of age to join, so don't start the Easter egg hunt if you're not old enough. That's not good protocol. Intern Trog Kantesaram, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Why don't you pull up with a flamethrower? Well, Intern Gatamatronic, I understand that versus ice soldiers, a flamethrower would be highly effective. The problem is the team was not ready for it. The team had no reason to believe that ice soldiers would manifest in their barracks while they were playing cards. I mean, how's that even possible? We know how it's possible. SCP-2617 spawns those ice soldiers wherever you put the coordinates in. But the question then becomes, why target a local stationary task force in Tampa, Florida? Unless you have a damn fine reason to engage that exact person. This can't just be a random fucking mistake. This could have been chance. Someone did this on purpose. Yo, does anyone know why this Wheeler person keeps getting high-level clearance? She keeps saying we have an anti-memetics division, but we all know that's bullcrap. Probably tell the O5s. Yeah, that sounds like something you should bring up with the overseers. Site42 staff in the Containment Hazard Assessment team. Please remember, we have one blue name in the chat. The Desk of Alto Clef is our moderator. If you are breaking rules, the moderator tells you not to do that. If you miss your warning and you get banned because you didn't listen to the moderator, that's on you. Here at the Foundation, we follow protocol, and that means listening to your superior officers. So pay attention to the desk, unless you want to get desked. I broke the time machine. Well, Richard Owens, I need you to go to the commissary and have them bake up a new set of Crononona nuts in various flavors, so at least some people can handle that scenario. Josie the half-cat ate all the cheese and she's getting angry. Lucas! I warned you while I was away to not let Josie have cheese! You know this! I'm sorry, I'm still pissed about the agents. I am mad at you, but not nearly this much. I'm not going to ring you out for this. Different scenarios, compartmentalize. Do what the site therapist told you. In Researcher Grimm, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Crononona on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, can you repeat the Easter egg hunt for the server? I came at the tail end of it. Oh, I haven't done it yet. The outro is in 4 minutes, though. And as I do the outro, you will get the Easter egg hunt. You'll get the hint. So 4 minutes to the outro. The hint comes during the outro. Oh, I'm getting heartburn. Stress. This better not give me an ulcer. Dr. Sherman from Site 60, we apologize for what happened to you. Any way we could help. If you're anywhere in Florida, we can send some help. Site 60, apparently I need backup. We've lost an STF, and I have no way to contact LMTF 237 Teth, the green thumbs. So, but one thing at a time. The cleanup crew is almost here. Yellow, thank you for donating again to say, Dr. Sherman, SCP-99 just bit me, and I'm sure it's unrelated to the Jolly Rancher I just gave it. I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with what SCP-99 is on the database, and I don't know if its bite is lethal or not. Can someone tell me what SCP-099 is? What about SCP-457, the Burning Man? Intern Bentley, what about SCP-457, the Burning Man? Oh, Yellow, thank you for donating again to clarify that you meant 999. Okay. Well, in that case, how did 999 bite you? It doesn't have teeth. It is literally just slime. I need you to clarify that for me now, because that is not how that works. I'm very confused right now. SCP-99, known as The Portrait, is a surrealist painting by René Magritte that causes paranoia and psychological distress, compelling viewers to see eyes and everything. Ooh, that's rude. Why'd you do that, René? Seems rude. SCP-99, by the way, is a mimetic portrait that cannot bite you. Thank you, Kaiser Mistborn. That is a great way to put it. Okay, Site 42 staff. I see the GPS for the van. They're right around the corner. So we're going to start cleaning up these remains. And so that means, of course, that it's time for the outro. And, of course, at the end of every stream, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. But I'm not going to tell you that the SCPs I personally wrote are my favorites. That would be cheating. That would be narcissism. I'm not going to do that. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to The Sherm's author page in Site 42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to, some translations. And one tab over from the SCPs on my author page, there's a list of links. A list of links that people are very often on the hunt for, but they just can't seem to figure out where they are. It's so disappointing that they don't have the wherewithal to find those links that are so clearly marked, but that's not you guys. You guys in the Containment Hazard Assessment Team, you are going to find those links. And when you do, you'll be able to become a Patreon patron, or, pardon. You'll be able to become a Patreon patron or YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly. You can do Ko-Fis or Super Chats to donate to us one at a time. Either way, financial support is the quickest way to keep Site 42's lights on, so we appreciate your donations, me and the whole team. If you are part of the Broke Gang, don't you worry. We're an arts community. Starving artists are, of course, part of the arts community we're in. And you are still able to help us out by being a valiant member of Mobile Task Force Sci-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. When you like, share, and subscribe, and comment and chat on our videos and streams, as well as the videos, streams, buying games, and merch from SCP content creators we support, you are helping to grow their businesses so we can have bigger and better SCP films and games. We can have feature films, AAA games, prestige television series. We can have excellent fashionable merch. We can have more SCP Wiki stories and art because we support the SCP artists and authors as well. I'm a Patreon patron of most of the SCP authors I know about because I want to give back to the community that way. And so thank you guys for your engagement side or your financial side in supporting Site 42 as well as the SCP community. Mobile Task Force Site 42, codename Signal Boosters, you are always the best Mobile Task Force. I saw a donation come in. Let me get that before I jump into the favorite SCPs. Yellow, thank you for donating again to say, well, it engulfed my hand and started to tickle me, but then it started to hurt. Did you coat your hand in some sort of sugar that it would think to dissolve your hand and eat it? Either way, don't get your hand dissolved by slime. That's not great. Okay, so my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 320, Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Site 42 staff, this has been Dr. Theron Sherman. This has been a field mission with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I'm sorry. One sec. Subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something, even on a day like this. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect, and fuck ice. Chris and I, Wolfboy, thank you for donating at the very last minute of stream. To say, absolute Mr. Freeze can flash freeze people it touches. Also, I dare you to sing I'm Still Standing. Well, I don't remember the lyrics of that, and I don't have anything to look at lyrics for. So I have to pick something I know the lyrics of intrinsically. Wouldn't it be great if no one ever got offended? Wouldn't it be great to say what's really on your mind? I'm born to thinking that the rules are meant for bending, and if I let my hair down, would that be such a crime? I wanna be consequence-free. I wanna be where nothing needs to matter to me. I wanna be consequence-free. Just sing na 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 na. The credit song is Consequence Free by Great Big Sea. Go give it a listen. It's a great song. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff, especially out on those streets right now. And as always, secure, contain, protect.